In the case of Facebook here, we should point out that it is now saying that 126 million Americans might have been exposed to these Russian news-generated sites. To tech analyst Shayna Glenzer and what she makes of that. What do you make of that? That's a pretty big number.
Yeah, it's a large number, especially in consideration of the number of Americans that headed to the polls this past fall to cast their votes. But what I think you're going to see from Facebook and what you've seen from Twitter is that they're trying to minimize some of those numbers by saying, look, the amount of dollars that were actually spent on advertising that from these foreign agents was actually was really a drop in the bucket. Compared to what's being spent on a daily basis to influence or move issues in the U.S.
Obviously, Facebook announcing these details and these numbers, you're thinking, all right, 126 million Americans, are they trying to say this influenced the election because so many were exposed to something that we could have controlled because of just the sheer numbers involved?
I think what you're seeing here is that they have probably found that this tactic of saying, look, this is bigger than we thought, this is more expansive than we even imagined, and we're sorry, and here are some tactics that we're, things we're putting in place, self-regulation we're putting in place to address it, I think has played well for them, and they are continuing to build on that by being, opening the kimono even further to say, here's what happens, we're even overwhelmed by these numbers, we want to work together to fix it. We don't want the regulations, perhaps, that are in the Honest Ads Act, but we're taking steps to make sure this doesn't happen again.
But what can we believe, Shane? Like in the case of Facebook, at first they said it was minimal, didn't really have that much widespread use or availability. Now it's up to 126 million. I don't know what it'll be next week. Clearly adding sort of fuel to the fire. Oh, this tipped the election. They're not saying that, obviously, and many others doubt that the election was what the election was, but they're planting some seeds of doubt here.
Yeah, so remember back when Mark Zuckerberg said this was a crazy idea that anybody could influence the election. He has even last week he issued in September he issued a statement that said that was wrong, that was dismissive. I think they are realizing more and more that they had a role in disseminating this information, whatever kind of influence it had on the election, that they have responsibility here. And I think that them just continuing to be open with the number of people that were influenced, is their strategy and their tactic to address this.